Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Moon Day Messages. This week is packed with very interesting energy, specifically now after the second full moon in Capricorn. This portal from the first full moon in Capricorn last month, like about 4 weeks ago, I think it was the 20th of June. And now the second full moon in Capricorn that just happened yesterday, Sunday, on July 21st. This portal from this full moon, this first full moon to the second full moon, both in Capricorn, was very powerful. It was very intense energy. Pluto is also in the mix. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, transformation, and then Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of discipline, accountability, devotion, and looking at our patterns, readjusting things. And now we're also in the pre-shadow phase of the next Mercury retrograde. So it's a lot of introspection energy. It's a lot of energy around looking at your shit, looking at things that you want to change, looking at habits you want to cut out, looking at people you want to cut out, looking at access you want to finally cut out, looking at friendships that ran their course that need to end. It's a lot of karmic debt that you want to release during that time, and it will also ripple into this week, but it was specifically in the last 4 weeks. So let me know in the comments how that resonates. What was going on for you in these 4 weeks? What have you cut off? What do you know you need to cut off, but you really didn't get to that point yet? You still have time to do that. Pretty much until November-ish this year, because this is how long Saturn is going retrograde, and I think Neptune is going retrograde until December, or it's the other way around, but pretty much until the end of the year, you still have time to kind of, how do I want to say this? To readjust everything that you were running from readjusting up until then, okay? So now it's like a checkpoint right now for you to do it now, to not continuously drain that energy with you, because you will not have a really nice rest of your year if you are absolutely ignoring this. But you will have a second chance by the end of the year to do so. So, free will. But didn't say I didn't warn you, right? Okay, so that's kind of the energy from the astrological aspect that is the most interesting right now. And when we dive into the energy of the human design energies that are going on this week, so everyone that is new here, I'm going to share the channeled messages that came through while I was meditating, but I always started with some astrological aspects and then the human design energy. So human design is a system based on astrology and other ancient systems, and also backed by science through quantum physics that explains how your energy works. But you can also look at the energy of the planet, the energy of the planets. And what I look at in these Moon Day messages is the gates, so the energies that the sun is transiting each week. Each week, the sun transits through a gate between 4 to 6 days. So this week, up until Wednesday, we are on gate 56, and after that, the sun moves into gate 31 until the rest of the week. So we're going to cover 2 energies this time. So, and the first one is the 56. Oh, let me finish that thought though. So I started with the human design energies and astrological energies. Then I'm going to share what came through in my meditation, channel messages, and then I will confirm it with my human design oracle deck. If you're interested to purchase one, at this point they're only available in Bali, but you can sign up on the wait list where you're going to be notified as soon as you can purchase it wherever you are, because I'm looking into and working on being able to distribute it all over the world. So that's basically what we're doing in these Moon Day messages. So gate 56, sun is transiting into gate 56 up until Wednesday. It's the transit already started last week. So you are already in that energy, and it still lasts until Wednesday, which is an energy that is in the throat center. So it is about expression. And specifically, that energy is about storytelling. It is about stimulation of ideas and inspire or maybe even educate through storytelling. So you might feel a little bit more chatty for the past couple of days. Maybe you want to express yourself a little bit more, maybe even in fights, maybe even in discussions, or maybe not. But it could be that there are just that you just found yourself being more creative in the way you wanted to bring your point across in a discussion or in a fight, and that it was a little bit different than usually. But you are asked to use that energy obviously more for something positive and for the benefits of others, because it really is an energy around like, what stories is it that you can tell that could inspire or even educate another person. Okay, so when you are interested in doing a podcast, when you are interested in creating similar videos like this, or other videos where you just want to share your knowledge, or whatever else, that is a really, really, really good time to start it. Because when the sun moves into gate 31, which is on Wednesday, this is the gate of influence, which is also in the throat center. This is about leadership, influence, and guiding others and inspiring others through authenticity and connection. So it is super important that it is something that feels authentic to you. So you're not just like copying other people and sharing that, or pretend basically to be someone who you are not. It really is about authenticity, because this is what we're moving more and more into. This is like my brand as well. Like, I am continuously working on being the most authentic version of myself. When I feel like I'm changing, or I change a belief that I used to have, I try to implement it immediately into my life and share it with you guys, or at least with my family and friends, until I feel confident or comfortable enough to share it with a broader audience. But this is my brand, and this is what I vouch for. This is what I teach in my coaching. This is what I help people to become more of authentic, right? So this is a very interesting and nice energy that we're moving into if you want to move into something similar, when you're about the spiritual healing journey, when you want to inspire others with your own journey. That is a perfect time to start something like this. So start that podcast, start that, the different videos that we want to upload on YouTube, create some content. This is the energy that is perfect for that, as long as it is connected to influence and guide and inspire others through your own authenticity. Okay, so super important to stick with that energy and make use of it. Okay, it's a really, really beautiful time to do so. So what else came through? Some of the things that came through this time was more around a confirmation that this message is for you. Like, for example, I saw someone playing hide and seek. This is basically a validation message that this message in general, this video, something in this video is for you. Something in this video is for you to hear in that specific moment when you watch it. So even, it's Monday for me right now when I'm recording it, but even if you watch it on Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday, right? Or even the week after, it doesn't matter. When you come across this and you have been playing hide and seek, or you saw it just on TV, or you saw someone else playing it, or you were reading about it, or something about hide and seek, this message is for you. Okay, I wanted to give this out before I even go deeper into what else came through. So the first thing that came through is look out for unfairness, like seeing someone treating someone like someone else unfairly or similar in your friend group. For some of you, it is really, really auspicious time to cut someone off. It's been long overdue. That energy is not doing you any good. Maybe it doesn't even has affected you yet, but you are seeing that person treating others continuously, unfairly, just trust that when people are doing that with the confidence in front of you, they are doing the same thing to you behind your back with other friends, with other people. Because usually people tell on themselves in that ways, okay? But for whoever that is, whoever resonates with that message by getting goosebumps, by just feeling that that message is for you, or immediately thinking of a person in your friend group that you know could be about what I'm telling you, you already thought about that this friendship needs to end, and you might have been hoping for it to just like dissolve itself, or something coming up that you don't even have to talk about it anymore. It was clear that this friendship is over, whatever. This time it's up to you. This time it is, use your throat center. Both of these channels, both of these gates in this week are in the throat, even though it's more about storytelling and like leadership and influencing. Since it is highlighted that area, use it, okay? Some of you are really meant to learn that lesson through actually speaking up, not waiting it out for that friendship to dissolve. You all know what I'm talking about. Like you just stop calling that person. The person is behaving in the same way, and then it just like ripples out, right? This time around, this is not how this is gonna go down. You have to use your throat and say something. If you're either not ready to cut this person out, or you just know that this person is not meant to be cut out, at least you have to talk to them about it. It's important that you use this opportunity to talk to that person and tell them that this is not cool, and that they are treating the other friend of yours in that way, or their partner maybe even, or family member, or whoever. You are meant to speak about it and talk on it this time, because this is what is giving you the confidence, specifically around the wound. They're telling me right now, specifically around the wound, of the wound around failure. It's more around, you don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to be exposed. That's the kind of energy. You don't want to be the center of attention and being the someone that says something because it's so uncomfortable. But you are meant to. You are meant to learn that lesson, so that when you are stepping into leadership, so this is specifically for the people that are actually looking for being a little bit in the public eye, if it's a podcast, if it's videos like this, if it's just being more on social media, showing your face, or doing something different when it comes to more exposure. This is an opportunity for you to learn to navigate an uncomfortable situation like this by being authentic and speaking up, so that you are training yourself into being more resilient, that when you are a little bit more in the public eye and someone says something like in the comments or whatever, it doesn't affect you that much. Okay, message is coming through now. Things are coming together. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. So this is the kind of energy that I'm feeling for you right now. It definitely resonates with me as well. And that was one big message. Another thing that I heard immediately after was don't shy away. Okay, it's important that you take on this lesson. And the next thing that came through was find a way to make it happen. Because you have been at this point maybe before, maybe even more than once, where you wanted to say something, but then you chicken out. This is another chance for you to do it. Step through the fear and just say it. Just bring that topic up. It's important. You will also help that person that you are actually confronting with that just as much, because that person has to learn. Okay? So absolutely important message for some of you here. Please don't shy away from this. Another thing that came through, totally unrelated, is when you feel yourself judging someone this week, for whatever. It does not matter for what they are wearing, for the way they handle the situation, for the way they said something, for it really, I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. You're judging someone for something, even in a not crazy negative way, but maybe even in a way of like, oh my God, they're so confident. This, when it is a negative thing, please immediately remember that I said that, to look within, because it is not about them in that moment. It is about something that you judge yourself for still. And this wound needs the most attention right now. So when you're doing some sort of inner child healing or shadow work or working on yourself in general, whatever it is, this, what is coming up through the moment of you catching yourself judging someone else, it is either exactly the same thing that you were judging that person for, that you were judging for, that you're judging yourself about, or it is something that is related to that topic. And that is, it comes up for you through you feeling to judge someone, so that you know this is what you need to work on right now. This is how the subconscious works. It shows us in that way. This is what every spiritual healer or advisor or coach or whatever means when they say your outer reality is the reflection of your inner reality. Everything is a mirror. You feel the urge to judge someone about something, that is the reflection of something that you judge yourself for. So same thing goes for, even if you judge someone in a positive way, you say, oh my God, they are so confident. You are only capable of seeing that in someone else because it exists within you. You are just as confident if you just allow yourself to show it to yourself. You have to create an opportunity for you to show up in a way that you can do it confidently, so that you believe that you actually are just as confident as that person that you just saw being so confident. Okay, for most of you though, it is more about the negative things that you're judging someone else for, that needs attention within you, which wants to be in the center of attention specifically right now, in that energy that we are with the double full moon in Capricorn, with the gates that I was talking about, because you are meant to express yourself and share your authenticity with others, even if it's just in conversations with others. It doesn't even necessarily have to be on video or podcast or whatever, but I definitely feel that that is the case for some. But all of this is, this wound is coming up and is showing you that it still needs attention, because that is part of your preparation to show up in a bigger way. Okay, so I want you to really, really allow yourself to see these things this week. Please let me know in the comments if that resonates. Maybe it already happened by the time you're watching this, so I would love to know. It's always interesting for me to see how it exactly shows up in the life of everyone, right? Okay, so this is what came through while I was meditating. I'm now going to use my Human Design Oracle deck to either validate the messages or see what else is coming through for this week for the collective, okay? Okay, Spirit, what is it that the collective needs to know right now? What does the collective need to know this upcoming week? What does the collective need to know? Thank you. Anything else? I'm seeing 444 right now, so when you have been seeing 444, that message is for you. 444 is very much about foundation, balance, specifically for new cycles. Thank you. Anything else? That's it? Okay. That is beautiful. Okay, so the first card that came out is the North Node. It's not the first time that this message is coming through in these Moon Day messages. The North Node is the energy that you are supposed to embody more in this lifetime. Your North Node, you can look it up in your Human Design, or you can look it up in your astrology. The north node is very strongly connected to the south node. The north node is the energy that you are meant to embody more in this lifetime, and the south node is the energy that you already mastered in a past life and you need to let go of. So your north node and your south node in your astrological wheel will always be directly opposite of each other. The north node, let's say my north node, for example, is in Pisces. Therefore, my south node is in Virgo, because these two signs are opposite of each other. If my north node, or if your north node is in Aquarius, then your south node is in Leo, and the other way around. In Taurus and Scorpio, Libra and Aries, and so on and so on. So when you look up your north node, you can't just like Google north node calculator, for example, and then figure it out, and then it usually should also show you the south node. And then read about the sign, right? The sign that is a north node, that is what you need to embody more of in this lifetime, and the sign that is in south node, that is what you need to let go of, okay? So the north node came out, which is a reminder of you needing to be more in that energy right now. You needing to embody more of the traits of the sign your north node is in. Because this is what you're meant to be walking towards in this lifetime. The north node, let me read it to you. The north node represents the energy we are supposed to step more into in this lifetime. And whatever zodiac sign your true or conscious north node falls represents this energy. You are now asked to brace yourself and take a leap of faith towards your higher self. The more you are able to step into the energy of your north node, the closer you will get to embodying your purpose. It's time. So that very strongly correlates to you speaking up, using your throat, right? Storytelling, like I said, starting the project that is all about expression. And it does not necessarily have to be using your words, singing or talking. It can also be dancing, it can be painting, but you are meant to use your expression center, the throat center in human design during this week. So if there is something that you wanted to start that is about you expressing yourself, this week is perfect for it. And it's not just a good week to do it, it is part of your purpose. So you might as well want to use this week's energy to actually do it, okay? And for others, it is about not shying away to approach that person that is treating someone else unfairly, okay? The next card, this is why I shuffled, was the balance card, because while I shuffled, I saw 444 and I said that represents foundation and balance. So a few of you are in imbalance and you need to get back to your foundation. You need to get back to your roots. You need to get back to your morning routine. Maybe you fell off of the things that you usually do to ground yourself. You're being asked to rebalance. You are doing too much of one thing and neglecting something else, okay? Let's say you're overindulging in food and you're not taking care of your physical body, or you are sleeping, you're not sleeping enough, so you're not taking care of your physical body and you're working too much. Whatever it is, something needs rebalancing, okay? It is important that you get back in tune with your body, and specifically also pay attention to your root center, because it makes you feel unsafe, it makes you feel uneasy, it gives you more anxiety than it has to be, because you fell off that routine, that structure that you usually have to feel more balanced, okay? And that is absolutely necessary in order for you to step into your north node and into your purpose, okay? The next card that came through was inner knowing. Your inner knowing leads the way. All that you need lies within you. You are highly intuitive and in tune with your psychic abilities, whether you have the spleen activated or not. So in human design, the inner knowing and the intuition is connected to the splenic center, to the spleen center. So when you look into your human design and it is undefined, this message still is for you, okay? You have a strong connection to your intuition. The only thing holding you back is that you are not believing that you do. You might get intuitive messages through songs or books right now, and dreams. Dreams is a big thing right now. Our subconscious is revealing a lot of things for us throughout our dreams, but also through that scenario that I was talking about when you judge someone else, right? Like these are all like the subconscious little hits that help us to realize there's something that we need to pay attention to within us. Pay attention and trust yourself more, okay? Another thing that is necessary for you to do this, okay? And then on the bottom of the deck, I always read the bottom of the deck as the overall energy. And that card is creation. And it says, you are creating something new right now or very soon. It will be focused on building something that lasts, something meaningful and important to you. Know that it will be fruitful and highly supported by your spirit team and guides. Or you might literally create life right now or in the near future. Congratulations on whatever creation comes to life through you. So some of you might actually be pregnant. If you don't want to be careful. But for most of you, it really is about that new project that you want to release, that new project that you are about to release. And it has something to do with expressing yourself, okay? So pay attention to intuitive hits that are coming through. Make sure that you feel more balanced, grounding work, whatever it is that you do to like rebalance yourself that you fell off of, go back to that because it is time. It is time, my loves. It is always a very similar energy in the past few weeks about stepping into your purpose and into the next level, okay? So it is an auspicious time since 2020 that energy really urges us more to authenticity, more moving into the energy and doing the things that we want to do. If you have trouble in figuring out what it is that you want to do, you just know you want to do something different, there are so many beautiful ways of doing that. Getting deeper into astrology, getting deeper into human design, finding out more about yourself, numerology. And if you really want to have support in that and really go with it with someone guiding you, find a coach. I have capacity right now. If it feels aligned, reach out, book a free qualifying call, and we can look into your human design and your astrology and really see what it is that I can help you with and guide you towards like whatever you are meant to be doing, right? But it is time that you take action. It is time that you allow yourself to believe that you have something to say, something to do, something to express. And again, this week is a very beautiful opportunity to do so. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you guys for your trust. Thank you for being here. Help a sister out and share, like, comment, and click the subscribe button. Help me to grow that channel. And I'm excited to see what is coming through next week. And in general, the next weeks will be very interesting up until the end of the year. But I will love to know what is coming up for you. I really appreciate every comment, not just for the comment itself, but just to know what's going on in your life. Like, I want to, create an energy of community within all of us. And an easy step to do that is actually that. Okay, thank you so much and see you next week.